What if the universe did not begin with a bang? What if everything we know was born from a collapse, a rebound, a cosmic bounce? A bold new study is reviving one of science's most radical ideas. The beginning of time may not have been a beginning at all. Our next report decoding this for you.
For decades, humanity has lived with one grand origin story. A tiny point, infinite heat, a sudden explosion. Space, time and matter bursting into existence in a moment called the Big Bang. But what if that picture is incomplete? A new wave of research is breathing life into an older and deeply provocative theory known as the Big Bounce. Instead of the universe emerging from nothing, this model suggests the cosmos may have existed before. It may have contracted, collapsed under immense gravity, and then rebounded into the expanding universe we see today. The idea challenges one of the biggest puzzles in physics. The Big Bang model struggles with the singularity problem, the moment where known laws of science break down and density becomes infinite. The bounce removes that impossible point. There is no absolute beginning, only transition. Some researchers now argue that relic black holes, ancient objects surviving from an earlier cosmic phase, could offer clues. If detected, they may point to a universe that existed before our own expansion began. This concept is not entirely new. In the 1970s, Indian physicist Raj Kumar Pathria proposed the black hole universe theory. He suggested our universe might exist inside a black hole embedded within a larger reality. In that vision, creation was not a blast from nothing, but a rebirth from something already there. Other scientists are exploring cyclic cosmology, where universes expand, slow down, collapse and rise again in endless rhythm. Birth followed by death. Death followed by birth. None of this has replaced the Big Bang. It remains the leading explanation supported by powerful evidence such as cosmic background radiation and galaxy expansion. But the new studies show the debate is far from over. The deepest question in science remains open. Did everything begin once, or has the universe been bouncing through eternity, long before we arrived to ask? We'll report beyond World is One.
Moving on for now, a new warning is spreading across the internet. Campaigners, content creators are sounding the alarm that artificial intelligence could one day slip beyond human control. It might sound like sci-fi, but some of the biggest names in the world of tech saying that the danger is real. The question now is no longer about what AI can do, but what happens if it decides for itself. Take a look.
It does not breathe. It does not sleep. It learns at a speed no human can match. And every day it gets stronger. Artificial intelligence is no longer a distant concept locked inside research labs. It writes code, diagnoses disease, creates images, drives systems, predicts behavior, and speaks with growing fluency.
Good dose of humidity at 74%. As evening rolls in, I guess we'll see it get a bit cooler.
It is entering offices, schools, homes, and even battlefields. Now, a fresh movement is trying to warn the world about where that road could lead. According to recent reports, groups worried about advanced AI are recruiting online creators to spread awareness about the risks of machines becoming too powerful, too autonomous, and too difficult to control. Their message is stark. Humanity may be building something it cannot switch off. Well, these fears are not new. For decades, popular culture imagined rogue machines turning on their makers, from killer robots to self-aware supercomputers. Stories warned that intelligence without ethics could become a threat. Today, those warnings are being discussed by scientists, executives, and governments. Leading researchers have raised concerns about AI systems learning to deceive, manipulate, or pursue goals in unexpected ways. Others fear autonomous weapons that can select and strike targets without direct human command. Critics say apocalyptic warnings are exaggerated and distract from current harms, such as job loss, bias, surveillance, and misinformation. They argue today's risks are already serious enough. But supporters of the new campaign say ignoring long-term threats would be reckless. Once systems surpass human capability in critical areas, reversing course may be difficult. The code is live. The clock is ticking. And for the first time in history, the predator might be something we programmed ourselves. Bureau Report, WION. World is one.
The Iran war has accelerated the push for non-dollar trade in oil, and as Tehran begins accepting payments in China's yuan for oil, talks of what's being called Petroyuan are back on the table reportedly. But can the Chinese currency really challenge the dominance of the US dollar? Or is this momentum only temporary? Our next report decoding this for you.
The Iran conflict is triggering fresh momentum for China's yuan in global oil trade. After Iran began accepting yuan payments to allow safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz, demand for the Chinese currency has picked up. Data shows a sharp rise in yuan-denominated crude transactions with China's cross-border interbank payment system, or CIPS, recording a single-day transaction of 1.22 trillion yuan, its highest ever. The shift is reviving debate around a potential Petro-Yuan system where oil trade is priced and settled in China's currency. China's push is backed by deepening trade ties with the Gulf. Yuan-based transaction between China and the region touched 1.1 trillion yuan in 2024, growing at over 50% annually since 2020. Beijing has also expanded financial infrastructure from yuan-denominated oil futures in Shanghai to cross-border payment systems and digital currency experiments with Gulf partners. But the scale gap remains significant. CIPS volumes are still far smaller than the US CHIPS network, which processes around $2 trillion daily. And crucially, much of the yuan trade is still concentrated in sanctioned economies like Russia and Iran, limiting its broader global adoption. Despite rising traction, analysts remain cautious on the yuan's ability to rival the dollar anytime soon. The greenback still dominates nearly 80% of global commodity trade, anchored by deep financial markets and decades of trust. The trust, however, faces new headwinds in the Trump era. Meanwhile, structural challenges persist for China. This includes capital controls, limited convertibility, and fewer global investment avenues for surplus yuan holdings. Even if the dollar's share declines to around 70% over the next few years, the yuan is expected to rise only modestly to 8 to 10%. For now, the Iran conflict may accelerate diversification, but a true shift away from the petrodollar system remains gradual, not imminent. Business Bureau Report, WION World is One.